Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now November 4th of 2021, and we're only getting closer to Star Wars Celebration and Disney Plus Day. Now, Disney Plus Day, by the way, guys, takes place on November 12th. We're going to be getting a lot of new first looks at some of the new Star Wars shows like Andor, Kenobi, a new announcement about The Mandalorian Season 3, and the revelation of a brand new Star Wars animated series that's actually going to be the Darth Maul series for Disney Plus that's going to drop in 2023, so keep your eyes open for that as well. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. We do post a couple of fun and entertaining things on there from time to time and interact with you guys further. So, one thing that a lot of fans have been very interested in is the Star Wars movies. Now, there's one major reason as to why the movies went on a major hiatus for a very long time. You guys may recall that the 2022 Star Wars movie got sabotaged all because of Kathleen delaying things even further, and how a lot of problems came out and about between of course, David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, the creators of Game of Thrones. They were actually, pretty much let go or just walked away from that actual trilogy, and just things really changed for the worse when it came to Kathleen Kennedy making all of those delays and all of those different hiatuses for Star Wars films. So now what Bob Chapek is trying to do is that he is trying to fill in the gaps, not just focusing on Star Wars TV shows, but also introducing more Star Wars movie announcements at Star Wars Celebration, and exactly how it's all going to roll out within this new Star Wars roadmap that's going to be officially unveiled at Celebration, which, by the way, it's really not all that far away. It's going to be May of 2022. We'll be there before we even know it, and that's exactly the month of the Kenobi TV series and when that drops. So, with that being said, of course, given that both Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their new Star Wars TV shows and films, both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are also heavily involved with the new Star Wars lore that is going to rebuild Star Wars from the ground up, also by taking elements from Star Wars Legends. However, it's described that Disney CEO Bob Chapek is getting ready to make a major announcement for the fourth Star Wars trilogy of films that will be released in between the already planned solo Star Wars movies. However, it's described that Chapek is planning to make the announcement for the fourth trilogy very special for the fans at Star Wars Celebration, by having many of the actors to join the stage to talk about the new era by discussing it live with creator George Lucas by their side. Now, George Lucas is said to be approving many of his unused concepts from the prequels and, of course, Star Wars Legends to be used in these new stories. And that one major part of the new trilogy is that it is set to focus on not just the Sith royal family, but also what is described to be the Lost Jedi, that will consist of a group of Jedi Knights that went missing for years trying to find the secrets of King Valar. Now, the plan by Lucasfilm is to have these Lost Jedi characters to also be portrayed by A-list actors, for these new characters, and that the new trilogy is going to actually have that fantasy genre format, much like Pirates of the Caribbean, where it is going to be very much quest-driven. So if you guys like that quest-driven type of Star Wars movie, that's exactly what they're aiming for. Now, the new trilogy is set to also dive further into the secret of the first Jedi in existence, and exactly how the Jedi Order really began, and how it will change everything together to the present time during the story. Lucasfilm is trying to make King Valar more sinister than Emperor Palpatine as this Sith figure that has been jumping from body to body for centuries. The announcement of the fourth trilogy at Celebration will unveil multiple aspects of the new films, one of which being is that this trilogy will drop the episode format with, of course, like how it was used in the Skywalker saga, since it is going to be separate from the actual planned episodes 10, 11, and 12 that are also in the early stages, and that instead they will be called parts, much like how the Dune franchise is beginning to treat its property, labeling the new movies as parts. Many of those who worked on the Lord of the Rings films, by the way, are said to be in the process of getting hired for these new films. This includes concept artists, visual artists, and more that will make it the perfect combination of Lord of the Rings and Star Wars mixed together. However, Disney is making sure that this trilogy will not mimic Dune in any way, shape, or form. The Lost Jedi will be featured in new canon lore next year that is going to set everything up between their connection to the Sith King and Queen. Jennifer Connelly is set to actually portray the new Sith Queen that holds secrets about the dark side of the Force, where it's also described that Sith Spirits will play a big role in the new films, giving fans a first look at the dark side version of Force ghosts. Now, about the Sith Spirits, alright, I don't know if you guys knew this, but this is a thing that J.J. Abrams, believe it or not, wanted to do in Episode 9. He just really never got to go about doing that in the final cut of the film. He wanted to explore the Sith Spirits actually being visually seen around Palpatine and becoming a part of him. Instead, they wanted to keep it very ambiguous, very low-key, just by using a piece of dialogue by Palpatine where he says, "And all the Sith live within me." So Sith Spirits are a thing, and we're finally going to be able to see exactly what they look like in this new Star Wars trilogy. Now, mind you, they also had a lot of concept art that was used for The Last Jedi, where a Sith Spirit, you guys may recall, was hovering behind Luke Skywalker in his hut. Go ahead and check out that concept art. It was a big thing that they were actually planning to actually incorporate in that movie that never really came out and about. But I digress. The thing about this fourth trilogy, the fact that they are focusing on two sides of the story. The tragedy of the fall of some dark side royal family members. We're talking about the Sith King, Queen, and Princess. That's going to be this new family that will be explored, and how the princess falling to the light side is going to be the tragedy of this new trilogy of films. Basically, it's like the flip side of the Skywalker saga, where now the tragedy is not falling to the dark, the tragedy is falling to the light. Interesting. But one thing that we can actually bet on is the fact that George Lucas, how he's going to actually be a part of this major announcement on stage at Celebration next May. Alright, look forward to May of next year, because this is going to be big. It's not just going to be about Star Wars TV shows, it's going to be about new Star Wars movies, new books, novels, and comics that are actually going to tease the new films, so you're going to be able to boost your familiarity with the planned new eras and the new characters that are actually going to be incorporated into those timelines. So here's the thing about all of this, is that the fact that they are also trying to incorporate A-list actors to portray the Lost Jedi, I like it. The fact that this movie is going to be very A-list actor driven. You know, we already know that Keanu Reeves is all set and ready to portray the role of King Valar, and how Jennifer Connelly, another well-known actress, is going to be portraying the Sith Queen Valar. That, to me, I think is a very interesting way, and how it's going to hold a lot of connections to the Old Republic TV series that we went over a couple of weeks ago, and how that's going to be on Disney Plus by 2024 to 25. So keep your eyes open, because a lot of this is going to be unveiled in May of 2022. So like I say, guys, let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.